they turned out to be a lot nuts in recent years. So I don't regret my initial decision. I regret that Bush had the support to continue his maniacal reign.
So you don't regret making a mistake on that decision?
I don't regret my decision, and it was not a mistake.
But you just said it was a mistake.
It was a mistake for him to continue after we had given him one okay, and then he continued as if that were an okay to do whatever he wanted there. Okay,
because I thought I heard you say that it was, you made a mistake in making that decision to support the war.
No.
Okay.
Senator Edwards, Tim Jew from NBC News. A recent field poll out of California shows that you're in dead last place amongst the voters. Senator Clinton has, according to the folks polled, Senator Clinton has 39% of the vote. Obama has 27% of the vote. You have 10% of the votes.
Yeah.
Now, both those candidates have offices up and down the state. Where are you in California?
I do understand that measure right now, and I do understand that California is a very viable state. There are 200 plus Democratic delegates that I would like to capture within that state. I am aware of that recent poll. I believe it was put up by the California Association of News Journalists, which was an association for all the print journalists, and it is a little bit more favorable in that regards. It, however, was put out prior to a seminal debate, and that was in South Carolina. And I think, as we're seeing from the press, from the fallout in that, and not just presently in South Carolina, we'll see Saturday, and also with Super Tuesday as well. I do think that the voters, after seeing that debate, are engaging themselves more critically, more analytically, and going forward with, again, a more engaged perspective of the two camps. So I do think California is up for grabs at this point. I do think things have changed. We just received a prominent endorsement from Fresno B, something I would have not expected, and it just went forward. So I do think up and down the nation, eyes are starting to change based on the South Carolina debate.
Senator Edwards.
Yes.
I have a question regarding NAFTA.
Yes.
I presume you are against free trade.
I am against, I'm in support of fair trade. I am against NAFTA. I'm also against the Peru deal. I am not in favor of any free trade that would alienate workers' rights and also provide substandard conditions in the focus of economic competition, such as has been the case with NAFTA.
Can you discuss, then the second part of my question is, can you discuss how NAFTA has basically troubled the economy here?
Okay. It can go either way. I do want to go forward with, I am not an economic analyst, so I don't want to put too many measures out that sound too much engaged in economic policy. But it did create a trans-border alliance between the three nations of North America, and it went forward with cutting down the barriers and allowing the jobs to go wherever it was cheapest to go forward with that. Some of the hard trade that we did see was the agricultural perspective in Mexico, and also we see the factories coming along the borders in Mexico. We now see jobs leaving the American people going to Mexico for cheaper subsidies, for cheaper labor, and so forth. It's destroying once agriculturally prominent communities in America, but at the same time it's also promoting substandard conditions in Mexico as well. It's a cut and trade market economy. It is going forward with just as little wages as possible to get the benefit that they want. It is really free trade at its worst, and I have said it before, I am against NAFTA. I am in support of fair trade. I'm against the Peru trade talk as well, because I do support that there should be at least a decent, a viable, and a dignified wage presented to those employees, and not just the cutthroat free market that we're seeing in action right now.
Senator Edwards?
Yes.
If given the presidency, how do you plan on stimulating the economy? I'm Tara, by the way, with Fox News.
Okay. Well, I hope I get given the presidency. But first of all, the biggest thing that I want to go forward with right now, and what I authored when I was in office and didn't go forward, was the Rural Recovery Act. And I actually want to go forward in engaging $200 million immediately to rural communities and really